Hello, Northern Stars. How's it going? For those of you guys that are new here, my name is Joey. I am an energy channel, an intuitive. This is my helper for the day. Cute, cute. It's my baby. Say hi. Can you say hi, everybody? Oh, you just want daddy's love, huh? Okay, well, anyways, guys, he's gonna be demanding my attention through through this, as you can see. But I I just would like to set the intention that this reading finds whoever it is meant to find, and we set the intention for absolute clarity to reach these people regarding the shamanic healing reading. Okay, alrighty. Source, what does our viewers that are aligned with this reading need to know today? Yeah, so this is very much like giving past, present, and future integration. And I feel like it's so there's a lot of like shadow work. I'm just seeing like these dark birds and these leaves. And it's just reminding me of like integrating the shadows, like, but without all of like the heavy emotions and things that come with it. And I feel like it's just really bringing yourself into the present moment, and integrating like aspects from the future and the past to yourself. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, like, and I'm just getting a sense of like it's okay, for all these shadows and these things that you've went through, and I'm Lilith has been coming through a lot today. So it's like almost like owning your shadows. Like I feel like a lot of people when they hear shadow work and stuff like this, they think that you're just not going to have shadows anymore. Like it's about like drowning them out. But shadow work is more just about like understanding your shadow and casting love on it and really like accepting that part of yourself and just kind of being aware of it, kind of being aware of your shadow. That's a lot of it. Yeah, and it's about not really crucifying yourself or beating yourself up too much about the fact that, you might be going through these shadows. I'm actually going to read from the book on this 18. And I'm just seeing the number 9. It's like it's all good, and it's just reminding me like that the cycle's, going to end soon. Yeah, every experience has the potential to be a teaching tool. By remembering and embracing the idea, the situations that you encounter become less fraught with unneeded emotion and drama. Yeah, so by not attaching labels and expectations to people and situations, you allow pure divine energy to flow uninterrupted. You may have little control over what happens to you at times, but you do have control over how you react. Do you react on impulse and strike out at others when you feel hurt? Like that's what I mean. Like we're addressing the shadow issues. Yeah. Do you crawl into your safe place when the world seems mean and hurtful? Face the challenges in your life head on. Be thankful for the opportunity to experience whatever it is that happens. Set yourself a goal of learning from every situation in your life. Find that silver lining. It's in there. Yeah, and that advice right there that they've given, that's why I read from this book, because that is such a genuinely priceless piece of advice for ascension. Genuinely. Okay, Spirit, what else? What else? Yeah, the song Three Little Birds is coming through. Yeah. So that's going to be an omen for somebody. But also similarly, like I know with one of the readings that I had with one of my personal clients today, this specific card came out. And yeah, there's just a lot of omens, signs, symbols. Like that sign or that song I was just referencing, Three Little Birds, that could definitely, be a sign for someone or an omen. But also, I'm seeing owls. Owls could definitely be an omen. Specifically, the sun and the moon being together. Yeah, that could be a sign for somebody. Also, mandalas. Yeah, I'm hearing Native American totem animals, spirit animals. Yeah, integration. That's period, queen. That's what I said. Yeah, so this is about integrating, and also like, we're in the year of the snake. And so what do snakes do? They shed their skin, So I feel like we're going to be releasing and letting go of a lot of old aspects of ourselves. And I see this also as like be releasing just releasing limiting beliefs around our shadow and really like regaining empowerment. I just see this as like releasing constriction. I just feel like lightness, like weights coming off as I'm saying these, or as I'm reading this. Okay, so oops. Let's just see what else here soars. Grounding. Yeah, so very much like you're being asked, you know, as you go through this, it's important to really employ like natural grounding techniques, you know, like breathing exercises, meditation, being in nature, like barefoot in nature, you know, actually like grounding into the earth. And it's more about like avoiding false grounding mechanisms, you know, like um you know, maybe smoking weed or drinking, you know, like when you've had a long day, you know, like because Mother Nature, like there's an abundance of like real grounding and like genuine things that are going to feed back into you and actually give you energy, but those things are not. And I'm not saying there's anything against smoking weed. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with drinking, you know, to each their own. And I'm not against having a good time. But I will say the reality of it is like when you're trying to ground and do like actual growth, you know, those methods are false grounding methods. Okay, they're not going to ground you like nature does, you know, and like really clear your head. They're almost more like muddying your vibration, whereas like the real grounding techniques are going to clarify your channel, and they're going to really help you integrate more clearly and help you activate your intuition. I'm like, this is on my altar, and I'm just, they're reminding me, yeah, that grounding is really going to kickstart your intuition. And I just see it as like kind of clearing up your third eye and your crown chakra and helping you clear out like the monkey mind, and like just the incessant chatter that we can sometimes have in our brain. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're being asked to retreat into nature, and also like I just feel like retreat into yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, you know, I'm just seeing so much about nature. So that could be where you see your signs. That could be where you see your synchronicities, you know. Pay attention. What birds are you seeing? You know, like what are the different things that are going on around you, like the patterns and the symbols. And, you know, take account, like, what are you thinking about, you know? Who are you talking to? You know, like, how do you feel? How do you feel while you're noticing these things, you know? And if I recommend writing a journal, but I mean most people don't. But I mean, just even starting to keep a mental library of all these things that you have going on through your head, and just genuinely being more conscious throughout your day is going to bring a lot of, you know, clarity to these things. And you're going to start to notice patterns and seasons. Feathers could also be a sign for somebody, or acorns. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards here. Spirit, can we please follow up with a message for this group that is in alignment with the energy that's been placed out before us? Two voices. Yeah, so I feel like there's just very much like a choice of like where do you want to go, but also I feel like there's a sense of like being clever, like you're trying to like find like the best way to go. But I think this is really just saying like to align with your heart, because um in this card, you know, the bridge is leading into the heart space. And I think that that's really, and it's almost like one's like a reflection like of the ego, and then the other one's like a reflection of the heart space. And I think this is almost like battle of head versus heart. Oh, this is actually 7. Oh, so this is like 7 of swords, like sneaky energy. But either way, I still see this as like shadow versus light, you know, like, yeah. And I stick with that, you know, like the path is to the heart. We'll keep that one intuitive. But similarly, you know, like what are you really like, I feel like someone's almost hiding themselves or cheating themselves, you know, like by not being fully honest with themselves. This isn't going to resonate for everybody, but I just almost see this as like your higher self being like, come on. And then you're kind of almost playing in your shadows down there. You're playing in your shadows out. Yeah, I'm here and I'm just having fun. Huh. What is going on there? The Emperor. Yeah, so someone, yeah. So I guess I feel like some of the people that are aligned with this may possibly have been leading from their shadow, but at previous points in their life. But now maybe you're starting to integrate in that light, you know. But similarly, I feel like there's multiple groups are going to be attracted to this. But I feel like for the majority, you know, it's going to be based in the light and around starting to lead from a place of power, like the shift from shadow self to light. But similarly, for some, I feel like they are still yet to make that full transition and leading from their higher self, leading from the light, doing things from love, doing things from the heart, and not doing things from the ego and for the image. So yeah, and I think that's a large part, you know, is like finding balance between these things. Yeah. And I feel like now, like with the page of voices coming through, there's with the voices represent swords, but also it's just like I feel like you're gaining like a new sense of clarity, and a new sense of sight on the way that you act and the way that you're perceived. And more so, I'm seeing this as seeing triggers in other people as reflections of yourself, you know? And I'm just seeing like on a pyramid, like everything's going back to the emperor because, you know, like you're the one, like you got to lead by example, and it's all part of your reality, is almost like how I'm seeing that. Um, Yeah, yeah. Two of emotions that you're bringing in balance. This is about balancing the shadows, integrating and balancing the shadows and the light. Very much so. And I feel like, yeah. Yeah. It's almost like there's a sense of like like learning how to like dance in the rain or type of energy, you know, like it's finding inspiration and making the best of these aspects of yourself, you know, and not hating them, or you know, it's about finding love for them and finding ways to be inspired and to channel these shadows into positive things. Okay. And yeah, yeah, it's about freeing yourself. It's about freeing yourself from the weight, from feeling like you're drowning in your emotions. That's what it is. Freeing yourself from feeling like you're drowning in your emotions and having like that breakthrough, you know, like channeling all of that that was making you feel like you were drowning, you know, and turning it into a celebration, turning it into something to really be enjoyed, that's inspiring. And not only to yourself, but this firework, I'm seeing this as channeling this into work that's bigger than yourself, something that more than you enjoys, something that really brings wonder and joy to a lot of people. Okay. Wow. So charge ahead with that. This is major, and I'm just seeing the card transmute. The word transmute's coming through, and that's again, and it's bringing me right back to the year of the snake. So a lot of us are going to be shedding that and really stepping into that inspiring, you know. And I see this as being a major year of alchemy. Major year of alchemy, my friends. What do we have here? The Eight of Inspiration. Yeah, and so this is just very much like charging forward. Charging forward. Yeah. Ooh. And I just feel like the sense of like, yeah, Nine of Inspiration. Yeah, I just feel like there's this sense of like not being stopped. There's so much like forward movement and like development into this new creation of self, like this new self identity almost, you know? Yeah. And I feel like there's just been so much like divine support, and like, and this is the alchemy. Yes. Temperance is coming out. This is absolutely about the alchemy. Yeah, you are alchemizing, and it's like I'm seeing lead being turned into gold, and I understand you're taking something that was basic and making it noble. Okay, you're going through an absolute transformation. This is huge. This is really huge. I'm so proud of you guys. And honestly, like there's so much divine support around you right now. And that's again like the dance is coming through. Like it's about dancing and like so really just be thankful for where you're at right now, like in this journey is what I'm hearing. And I'm almost like seeing like she's like looking, it's like she doesn't even like recognize herself anymore. And I feel like if you haven't come to that point already, then I feel like you will at some point where it's like your growth is going to astound even you. And you're really going to be looking at yourself from a place of like, wow, like I don't even recognize the person that I used to be. I don't even like, who is this? Because you're growing so much. Yeah. Those tower moments, baby, they changed you. You allowed them to, you know? And it wasn't easy. I'm telling you that. I know right now it wasn't easy. that shit rocked you, but you know, it's rebuilt you stronger because you couldn't reach this new high and this new level of yourself, this new creation, without breaking yourself down. You know, like that's part of the alchemy of it all. Yeah. So I feel like this is just, and what this is you're stepping into heart-based living. Like that's, yeah. Yeah, and it's this way of heart-based living is teaching you new things about yourself, and I feel like you're discovering new places inside yourself that you didn't even know that you had. And not only that, but it's actually like attracting, and people are noticing all of this love and all of like these all this magic that you're putting out and that you're creating from inside now. Yeah, it's definitely like attracting people. Night of Materials and Awakening. Yeah, so I see this almost like as um the rose on the ear is just like really catching my eye, and it's like hearing love and hearing truth. Yeah, and there's just so much symmetry. And I just see this as like going after your dreams and like really enjoying. I just see this as like a enjoying like all of the hard work that you've put in and really like allowing yourself to feel free to do so. Um yeah. Yeah, like this awakening is really freeing you in a sense of everything. Wow. Yeah, it's freeing you emotionally. But I just see this as like something, because sorry, I know that I've been muttering over my words here, but I have like the Knight of Materials here, the Knight of Materials, and I have the Queen of Emotions and Awakening. So it's like I just see this very much as like something that you've been moving towards and manifesting. But you know, like the universe is letting you know like that this is going to come in through your emotional standpoint and like through living through your heart. And I just see this very much as a time to follow your intuition before you even know why you're following it. I know I say that a lot, but that's a large part of the message that I'm supposed to get out to the collective, okay? Yeah, so, wow. We're going to follow up with one Moonology card. Alrighty. Moonology, please follow up with a final message that's going to add clarity or affirmation to the group aligned with this message. Yeah, adjustments are required. Adjustments are required. Adjustments are required. Well, I want to know what they're requiring. That didn't give much clarity. Yeah. So I feel like if there's like frustration about like the whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, or like if you've been going up against a lot of opposition lately, it's because the universe is trying to get you to up level and think of things from a different perspective, and really it's trying to like force you into growth. Okay? And so that's what these adjustments, you know, you're not being told no. You're being told, you know, look at this from a different angle. Yeah. Look at the duality of it. And with the lovers here. Yeah, we got the Five of Inspiration and the lovers. So it's just very much I'm getting the vibe of a choice too that's coming through. But it's also about self love. Yeah, and the Hanged Muse. So that's very much going to be about like surrendering